Hello everybody and welcome to this new episode of Books Up Close. My name is Lloyd. I'm sorry I've not gotten to any of these reviews in a while. This semester has been very long, very busy, and I apologise for not doing any new reviews, but I'm back and hopefully I can get a couple of reviews out to you this month, and then at the end of December share my best books of 2021, or at least the best books I read in 2021. And I hope that you can share what you've been reading too. It's quite nice to look back across the year and see what you read. I feel like I forget what I read last week, let alone a few months ago, so keep looking out for that video. So today, a little bit late, I am reviewing Sally Rooney's 2021 novel, Beautiful World, Where Are You? I read this some time ago, and initially I was not in love with it, I'm going to be honest. You can check out my other review of Rooney's two previous books and you can hear some of my ambivalence towards her there. But this book I enjoyed reading and I read it really quickly. A friend bought it for me and was like, you have to read it. And I did get through it very swiftly. However, my problem with Rooney still remains in that I didn't fully invest in the characters for most of it. And that to me is a bit of a problem. However, the novel, if you don't know, follows four main characters. So we have Alice, who is a novelist, and she's just moved into this old house in a small village in Ireland, and she's kind of getting away from things. There she meets a young guy called Felix, who immediately is interested in her, and they have this back and forth of, do we like each other, do we not like each other? And then she invites him on a trip to Rome, which is both fun and not. Interspersed with this, we have Alice's emails to her friend Eileen, who is working in the city. And basically in between the chapters that move back and forth between Alice and Eileen, we get their correspondence, which is kind of, you know, a holdover of this 19th century and 18th century epistolary novel, but rather it's in the kind of email form. I didn't fully buy these emails, by the way. I don't know who writes each other 5-page emails about culture and politics and philosophy, but maybe I'm just not hanging around in Sally Rooney's social circles. But I didn't fully buy it. I felt like there was a very awkward way of inserting politics into the book. However, other people disagree, that's fine. They were interesting nonetheless, but I would rather just read some essays written by Rooney rather than kind of mini essays written by the characters who are kind of vocalising maybe some of Rooney's thoughts. So in between these chapters we get these letters, and then we kind of find out about Eileen's romantic interest with a guy called Simon, who she and Alice have known since they were young. So for most of the book we have these two sets of characters, like two pairings, and finding out their kind of will they won't they scenarios. And much of that is interesting, it's engaging. However, I feel like the novel really amps up about 2/3 of the way through when the four characters actually get together. It's when we see all four of them in the same space that actually I think more interesting tensions and dynamics arise. And I think here it works the best like something like Conversations with Friends, which is all about the interplay between people, the way that power works in a room, in a party. I think Rooney is quite good at that, of having multiple people in a space and seeing how they speak, how they interact. There are little ripples of, you know, might this thing happen? And I feel like that really drives the latter half of the book. Though the ending for me didn't fully satisfy. It didn't kind of pay off what I thought might happen or where it could have gone. Rooney's prose, as ever, is really clear and crisp and quite restrained. There are some awkward moments where she describes like her phone, or one of the characters' phones, and like opens the social media application and swipes, you know, it's just very kind of odd phrasing. Generally it's very, very easy to read and super quick to get into. For me, I think Normal People is probably still the book that marries form and content the best. I think it's the book where the idea of these two people being kind of strung together over a long period of time is really well articulated in the form, which is this kind of skipping forward in time kind of device, right? Like 2 months later, 3 months later, and so on. And that to me felt like a really interesting literary way of depicting this on-again, off-again relationship, whereas this book felt a bit more stilted formally. I didn't think it was doing anything particularly new. However, once again, I did devour it very quickly, so there must be something good about it and there must be something interesting going on. I just feel like there's always like an element missing. when I read a Rooney book. And maybe that's me, because I know everyone else, or everyone I talk to at least, pretty much loves her. So there's just always something not quite really getting me. However, I do recommend you read it. I do think it's worth a read, especially if you like her other books. So for me, this is like a 3.5, maybe a 4 out of 5. Can you do in between 3.5 and 4? I don't know, but we'll go somewhere around that ballpark figure. But please do let me know what you think. I know this review is way behind the times and I'm not, in the zeitgeist at this point, but maybe you also needed to mull this over and think about the book. So let me know below what you think. As ever, please like this video, please subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell for notifications. Please tell other people, and comment below, tell me what you think of this book, other books, what you're reading. I really want to know. I like engaging with you all. Until the next video, and it won't be long, I promise. See you soon, happy reading, and stay healthy.